Gosh, here we go. Hi guys! Kendrick from Providence Tarot here. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to clear the space and clear the air. Clear what's going on here. Get the cards working. What I just wanted to touch base on is the fact that Venus is direct today. It went direct this morning, Eastern Time, at 5:50 a.m. and Mercury is going to go retrograde tonight around 8 p.m., sometime around there. But just to clarify, because I have no clue what I just said, Venus went direct today and Mercury is going retrograde tonight. So let me just go ahead and shake these. What I was really meaning to do was do a 10-minute video and post it on IGTV and then have it come here. But I think that, you know, what went on was that Spirit just wanted me to go ahead and post it here this way. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards. I'm using the Well Known by Kim Krans. We'll just see what the cards say. Because, you know, you guys get, like, weekend readings from us, bonus readings from us. Every now and then you might get, like, a special dance vid or something. So I'm going to give you this one as your part of your weekend reading. But I think there might be a few videos that come out this weekend. Hi! So 2 cards fell. I'm just going to go ahead and lay them down where they were going to go anyway. One of them is in reverse, so we're going to take a look at that and see what's going on with that. I'm going to continue shuffling. And then I'm just going to do an abbreviated ascendant spread and give you guys the general energies. These are general readings. So I might, you know, touch base and mention a specific sign. But this is not a reading for a specific sign. We will get to those, though. I think the next one that we do will be Taurus. I might do that one, like, later tonight. You know, Dell and I are on different schedules, so some of us may have to, or one of us may have to do the reading instead. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to lay out the rest of your cards, and then I'm going to talk about what's going on. Okay, so we're talking about some endings here. We're talking about some natural endings and endings of processes, right? It's like communications or people that you might have been involved with in terms of a circle. It may have something to do with work, or it could have something to do with family. Some of you may be communicating a little bit more with family because the holidays are coming up, or some of you may be feeling some kinds of way because you stopped communicating with your family a while ago. So that's just kind of like where you are now. It's like it's come to this thing like where you guys are not talking. So you're wondering what's going to be happening over the next several weeks because the holiday season is coming up. And you know, we are talking about relationships. This card is the 10 of Swords, right? So it's kind of like a bison or like a buffalo that's kind of been like killed or whatever. So it really is talking about, you know, a chapter being closed. You're seeing something in a different way. It is talking about focus, and it's talking about communications, and it's talking about thought processes, definitely. Things that you probably are finding out that you can't change, or things that you can't change that you have been plagued by. And there's some kind of way that you really need to put something to rest. You probably need to forgive some things that some people said, or some things that probably didn't go the way that you wanted them to go. You know, some misunderstandings that may have taken place. Some things may have gotten blown out of proportion, or then just some things that someone said may have come to light just by other people mentioning it, or like bringing it to someone's attention. This is the Sun in Gemini. So it might have something to do with the Gemini. Some of you guys might, you know, we have a Gemini full moon coming up, right? Gemini full moon coming up on November 22nd. So, you know, that talks about a discomfort in being able to express your emotions. It's almost like things are happening so swiftly and so fast that it's almost like you really can't have an emotional attachment to them, because it won't be, it just won't serve you in this moment, right? Let's look at the cards, I guess, that already flipped themselves over, because they're here and they're showing themselves like it's very immediate energy. In the sun position, for a lot of people, we have sun as well in Scorpio, and we have the sun in Scorpio right now. We're coming to the end of Scorpio season, and how has Scorpio season been for some of us? Because this sun in Scorpio card, the Six of Cups, it's actually in reverse. It's talking about childhood memories. It's talking about nostalgia. It's talking about past relationships with people, because it is a six, so it's related to the Lovers card, which is talking about, you know, the compromises that we make, and in this case, it's talking about the compromises that we're not making. It's the compromises that we're not making in terms of the emotional attachments that we have to past trauma and things that we may be fearful of, that we're going to be faced with right now, yeah, with this 10 of swords here. It's almost like you can't deny this 10 of swords, because it's something that's very apparent. It's you're very aware of it. I mean, it's 10 swords. You can't deny, you can't ignore, and you can't turn your head from something that is actually a reality, and it's culminated itself to the highest phase of its existence. Yes, so that's that. But now a lot of us are thinking that like these transformations are happening for us, that we may not even understand like why they're happening or if we're even ready for them, but they are happening, right? And it's saying like, we're in Scorpio season right now. You need to identify with that energy and understand that there's some things that might need to be released, because it's in reverse, you guys. What are those things that you can't have back, that you still are trying to find fulfillment in, really, when there is none, right? You've got to give some of those things up. Some of the things that, you know, you it's like, why didn't this happen? Or what if this would have happened this way? Or what if I would have done this at the right time for this person? You know, because it is in terms of our relationships, the Venus retrograde now going direct, and we're in the shadow phase. So some of us are really trying to see where all of this is going, or what is all of this for. And I said that to myself the other night when I was like running for the train, because I knew I had to run like a mile to make this train, and it was like in the dark, and I was like somewhere else. So I made the train, but I was there super early because the train was late. Anyway, I digress. This is, you know, and when I was running, it was like, what is all of this for? And then I looked over and there was a sign and it said restricted access. And I was like, okay, Pluto and Saturn, thank you. You guys like really respond to me when I need you and when I'm like wondering what's going on. Anyway, at the top of the reading, like the goal, what we're looking forward to is the Seven of Pentacles, which is Saturn in Taurus. And you know, the opposite of Scorpio is Taurus, and the full moon for Scorpio season, it was in Taurus, right? So that full moon is talking about our emotional attachments to things that we wish that were, or things that we feel like we deserve, right? It's a level of respect that we see ourselves attaining for ourselves and our self-value. And then it's almost like we have to remember that it doesn't really matter how much stuff we have or what job we have. It really, what are you happy with? It's kind of like, how are you choosing to be satisfied with your own life, right? And some of us are really just waiting for a lot of things to happen that are going to make us feel successful, when we probably already should be looking at ourselves as a work in progress, and we've already had successes that we need to be grateful for in anyway to begin with. You know what I mean? We really do need to be more grateful for the things that we have. People have burned, okay? Anyway, this is Saturn and Taurus. We feel restricted, right? But there are lessons to learn within these restrictions. There are some major lessons to learn within these restrictions, because it's like, if you never learned anything, then you would never break away from those parts of yourself that have no business being, you know, being developed and being used as a resource for you in like in social aspects, or within like work, or within your transformations. It's like you have to let go of these like disillusioned senses of who you are, who you thought that you were, who other people thought that you were, or who you wanted to be that you may not actually be. Like those types of things. That's like what this card is doing in reverse. Sun and Scorpio in reverse, right? Because we all are still affected by our past. We all have PTSD. America right now has fucking PTSD, okay? And it has for a long time, right? So you want to think about those periods where, you know, where things have happened to you and you were just kind of like, why would this person do something like that to me at this time when they know they don't know anything? Because they have their own experiences and reasons why they are the way that they are that we cannot change. And that's something that we need to realize. You know, let me look at the moon placement because this is getting emotional with the 10 of Swords here being like, you know, things have kind of gotten a little bit scattered and it's like, things have swollen and they're almost like the air is being taken out now, so it's not like, you know, that rapid pace of confusion anymore. I feel like things are a little bit more clear because this 10 of Swords is really an Ace of Swords, right? But it's almost like something has to be punctuated at the end for us to really fully understand what this new beginning is. But we are waiting for something to develop. We are waiting for something to feel very good and consistent about, right? It's like we feel a little bit inconsistent right now. We feel inconsistent based on the things that we have not yet attained or the things that we are waiting to sort of bring more value to our life. Whether you're waiting to get a promotion, whether you're waiting to get a house, a new apartment, whether you're waiting to move, or whether you're waiting to get married or something like that. Anything that is of that kind of like practical, it's going to be really affect my routine, you know what I mean? Because the 7 of Pentacles is a hopeful card for the future, but in the Sun position, the energy that we're giving off right now is that we really haven't forgiven parts of our past, which means that Saturn is really not going to let you have anything come into fruition because you haven't really put to rest things that are dead, Scorpio. You know what I mean? It's time to feel reborn. Definitely with this. There's a rebirth happening here no matter what. Okay? And you know, it's almost like you have to allow yourself to see that in this case, the grass will be greener on the other side. Right? Because the side that we're on right now is not really the one that is giving us what we need. Yeah, so you need to look towards yourself and not anyone else or anything anyone else did to you, right? To figure out what it is that you need, right? And then the universe will start bringing you those things of abundance, or they'll start bringing you opportunities that you've wanted, or things that you've spoken that want to come into manifestation, but you just have to release something or some part of your old self, right? That, you know, isn't really friends with your new self or whatever. So let's look at the moon position. Ooh, okay, Mars in Leo. That's 7 of Wands. The 7, you got 2 sevens here. So the 7s are really talking about being able to achieve something or being able to see something through, right? Being able to have the confidence in knowing that you can conquer, you can reach, you can dream, and you can succeed. You can have security. You can have that base that you need, right? And if people don't understand what it is that you're doing, right? How you're making it work, how you're shining, how you're really breaking through, you know, some barriers, how you're really jumping over some hurdles. It's like people are saying that you're doing all of these things, but then they may not really be doing anything to kind of like help you get there. Or they actually might be the opposition in helping you get there. Or not helping you get there. Or helping you get there. Because sometimes when you face people who don't believe in you, or people who may say that you can't do something, some people like that. They love that energy, and Leo loves that too, right? So we're like, okay, try to tell me that I can't do it. Just try and tell me that I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. Meaning, let this transformation happen that you need to make happen, that we need to make happen, that we need to let go of our past, right? So that we can really start to see those things that we want to build upon in our own lives, for our new lives. This is one of confidence. Yeah, so some of you need to be more confident. And when it's in the place of emotions, that gives me, you know, Mars and Leo, Moon and Leo. That's like fire and water. So some of you are coming from an emotional place with this aggression towards other people. Some of you might be too aggressive towards other people based on an emotion that's yours that they don't understand because it's part of your subconscious, right? It's part of the most inner parts of you. It's something that you're passionate about. It's something that has affected your heart, right? And how you believe in yourself to be. So, you know, it may not sometimes be other people not believing in you, and sometimes it is. Or maybe it's sometimes people being like, well, let's see what they do. Or let's see what she does. Or let's see how they're gonna make this work. Or something like that. It could be anything. You know what I mean? And this is general for everybody. So you need to think about where in your life this applies to you. You know what I mean? We don't have any cups here, so I don't see any love. I see work, and I see, you know, time is a factor here, right? And time is a necessity, and that's what we're talking about with this Seven of Pentacles, right? Because we're learning lessons of necessity through time, and how time can actually be a tool and help assist us in achieving certain things that we'd like to do, because nothing is going to come to you very quickly or fast. And if it does, you need to be grateful for it. You need to honor that. You need to, you know, really embrace that blessing as being such. And then, you know, you're good. But if something comes to some people really quickly and then they don't understand, and then they just kind of like, you know, put that hot air into it. Jupiter is in Sagittarius right now. Then sometimes it just won't be what it really could have been. But, you know, some of us do really need to just kind of like settle down a little bit with the emotional responses that we're giving off in terms of, you know, maybe lashing out at people. Some people are. That's holding you back, you know what I mean? And if you're spending a lot of energy on thinking, on talking about how you feel about how other people may not be on your side, or they may not believe in you, it may not be that. It may be that you're just starting, you know, you're starting shit. Anyway, or someone could be doing that with you. But it's a distraction, okay? Don't believe in that. It's a distraction. So in the past, and I said that, you know, I was talking about the sevens and I was thinking about it, and it's the Chariot. So it really is talking about belief in yourself, having the courage to believe that you have what it takes. Look at that. That red color in there, here. It's movement forward, right? It's saying there's no turning back. It's saying you've got the fortitude, you've got the emotional courage and the emotional strength. And it really is something that can assist you. It's like this Cancer energy is not just the boo-hoo, I'm hurting today. You know what I mean? That's strong. You know, people who have experienced a lot of emotional, wow, it matches even the circle about the horse. You know, sometimes it's the emotional struggles that we go through that actually make us the strongest. Okay? Cancer in that shell. And we're in Sagittarius season right now. And Sagittarius is about movement forward. So that's why the horse, I feel, is in this, oh, I'm Cancer moon. I know, very emotional. I cried brushing my teeth the other day. Okay? And it was a thing, and it was like one of the songs that they use on the promos for the news channel here. I just heard the lyrics from the other room. And I was like... I was crying. And then I was just like, bitch, what are you doing? I was like, get it together. Okay, you've cried now. It's over. But I have Pluto in the first house, so. Square my Cancer moon. Anyway, so this is Cancer energy. I know it was a sad song, but it was really actually, it's a positive song. It was like, I don't know, it was like a, it was like Fox 5 News or something in New York. It was so stupid, I can't. Anyway, you guys, the sevens really do talk about having belief that you can achieve a goal. And in this case, the chariot is here supporting the seven of pentacles, definitely supporting the seven of wands here. Okay, so we really are trying to get our hands on something really good that we can feel. It's like, you know, when you're baking a cake or you're making dough or something like that, and you got that process going, and you're like, yes, bitch, we're doing this, and you can feel all those ingredients, and then yeah, it's really about digging in deep. And Cancer energy is going in deep to really just like use that emotional process and that understanding of emotions that you have to delegate yourself, right? Compartmentalize. Crabby baby love, exactly. You know, we spend a lot of time uplifting people and showing them how strong they are, right? But you have to come from a soft place, because that's how we reach people. We don't reach people by being like, you know what I mean? That's kind of like, that's like a Mars thing. And that, to me, that's not like a very connective energy. It's like a reactive, and like, it's not the same. So with, the moon being here, ruling the chariot, um, Venus energy is also in the reading as well. I don't know why I went on that tangent, but Cancer energy is saying yes, you need to use your emotional process and for your strength, your own strength. Okay, in the center of the reading right here, we've got the Two of Pentacles, which is Jupiter and Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn is the workhorse. Capricorn also is something that likes. Capricorn will objectify something to determine what the value of that thing is for it, and then you get put on the scale, or it's the prioritization of things too. With that energy, with that Capricorn energy, because it's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn teaches us about prioritization. But with Jupiter being in Capricorn, it really is talking about how we are going to juggle the ever changing fluctuations of our material resources and the goods that we have to work with. What are we working with? How are we working with it? How are we allowing it to be productive for us? Is it happening? Tell me everything. Okay, I'm a hush now and listen. No, you can listen. You listen. You can listen later. But this is definitely talking about understanding how money works, understanding how to use your time more wisely, right? A lot of us we throw lots of time away per day. I'm guilty of it. I did it. I threw time away. I do it all the time. You know what I mean? And I have Saturn in my first house. So I think a lot of us are really going to be getting better at delegating our time, you know what I mean, and not letting our time get away from us. Mercury retrograde is coming up, and this is Jupiter in Capricorn. It's talking about dealing with those fluctuations of time with Saturn ruling Capricorn, and understanding how important time is, right? Why it takes so much time to achieve something so great. Why it takes so much time for a cake to be baked. Why it takes so much time for people to actually save enough money to then start feeling comfortable with their retirement plan and their process and the 401k and all of that type of thing. That's what this is right here. Because, you're going to experience losses and all sorts of things. And, sometimes when we intend to save more, we might be saving still, but we're saving less. And we just need to be able to understand that that's also still a blessing too. Anyway, let me go ahead and look at the immediate influence. Okay, the Daughter of Pentacles, right? Over the Two of Pentacles. If you ain't learning about money and finances, then I don't know what this is. Okay? The Daughter of Pentacles, that's the Page of Pentacles, and that's ruled by the World card, which is Saturn. Okay? So this is karma. These are lessons. And this is talking about the objectivity of something, right? If you can look at something and understand it for what it is meant to be, then you can use it for its. You can have optimum usage out of it. You can get optimum usage out of it. You can make the best out of that thing. Time is a precious resource, and probably the scariest factor, like a double-edged sword that stops for no one. Exactly, time does not stop for anybody. So it's a necessity to understand what time means for you. You know what I mean? Because some people, I like to spend my time doing a lot of different things. I like cooking. I actually like adult coloring. I like, I do fitness, I'm dancing, I have to do this, you know what I mean? It takes up time. But you just have to understand what that means for you. You know what I mean? The Daughter of Pentacles, that energy, that could be a young person, but then that could just be us embarking. A lot of us are embarking on these new opportunities in order to be more productive and build something from the beginning. You know what I mean? Or it's a change, it's a new phase, it's a new process that is underway, and we're starting to figure out what this new process is going to mean, and we're starting to understand things, and we're weighing things out, and we're seeing, how we are being tested in terms of like our body and our time and our skill as well, that type of thing. You know what I mean? And how we use our resources. And if you guys are trying to like, get some merchandise up and off the ground, then I'm getting that, keep your, keep moving towards that. If some of you have like a product that you are wanting to sell, then it's like, yes, you may have to have a new understanding for how you want to sell this product or how you want to promote this product, but you should definitely keep going for that. And it's definitely a lot about business too, with the Daughter of Pentacles being right over the Jupiter and Capricorn card, which is the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely spend on some time on these things that mean a lot to you, because some of you have some really great ideas that need to be developed. Okay, so in the energy moving forward in the future card, we've got the Mother of Wands. And you know what? She actually is the Queen of Wands, and she's really dynamic. She's enthusiastic, and she can get people excited about things, like business-oriented things, getting people together. Yes, I have products to sell and rework. Exactly. So the Mother of Wands, she's definitely going to nurture that process, and she's going to come out with the right timing, you know what I mean, to present that thing, because the Mother of Wands is it's cardinal fire, but it could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy. But I'm going to go ahead and go with Aries right now. And it's the initiative. It's the initiating fire energy. It's the first fire energy. It is the first house. So this is saying that a lot of us are identifying with the future part of ourselves that is very dynamic and that is very entrepreneurial, and that does want to get people excited about parts of ourselves that we are expressing right through our creativity, because this card was in the Moon position. This is Mars and Leo. This is putting aggression into the creativity, right, into the passionate energy, and it's coming from a subconscious place, right? For some of us, when we sell something that means something to us, it's coming from a place of love for something that we value, and we want to share that with other people. So that's definitely talking about that. The Chariot card is Cancer. It's talking about sharing things, right? The receptivity of it all. And some of you are definitely going to be looking for different ways to achieve something new that's attached to what you've already developed. And that's really great as well. The Mother of Wands is somebody that definitely knows how to sell. She's a great talker. She's got spark. She's got pizzazz. She's got, she's memorable. Very gregarious, magnanimous. And this is someone that's going to ask the questions so that she can understand like what leverage she has. Will you guys like the video, please? I would love it if you would do that. Anybody that's watching now, if you could hit the like button, that would be sweet. But this card is one of someone that kind of is out on the town. You know what I mean? But, you know, we do have to just remember that there are parts of our past that we have to forgive. You know, and there are people in our past that we have to forgive. Um, for some of us in this Venus retrograde, now going direct energy, we are hearing from exes, right? And this is saying, no, you know, because they're only going to get in the way of your productivity. You know, those people that are only going to distract you, you know? And it's going to be hard pulling yourself away from those things that you might feel like are familiar to you. And just because it's familiar to you doesn't actually make it good, okay? Just because it's familiar to you, it might be too familiar, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly, because you know, this is also dealing with time as well. This is saying your time is precious, so don't give away all your time to somebody, right? Don't give away all your time to somebody because then you're giving away your power to someone, right? And then you become objectified by that person because you're giving so much of your time to them. Now, you know, they feel like they can just whatever. But this is also talking about you being smart about who you get yourself around, who you hang out with, who you are choosing to be, who you're choosing to ride with, that type of thing. You know, sometimes people don't deserve our loyalty, and things don't deserve our loyalty, and you know, bosses and jobs and things like that don't deserve our loyalty. And old people that we were attached to at one point, like that we used to date, don't deserve our loyalty. You know, because really all you're doing is you're being sucked dry. Because this likes to consume. I consume. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn energy is very prevalent here, and Saturn, right? Beautiful card though. Thank God you got this one. These are like opposite cards. Cancer, Capricorn. Which one do you want? Let's go ahead and pull 2 more cards for you guys. See? Potent energy, new beginnings. That Queen of Wands energy right there. Yep, X is trying to get through. Don't let him. Mine is too. Couldn't get through me through text, so went to WhatsApp. Came to WhatsApp. Now he's not getting through to me on WhatsApp. You know what you did. Anyway, Ace of Wands, potent energy, creativity, Aries energy, right? Excitability. This could be, some people might be getting pregnant, or this could be having sex. Did Virgo retro? Oh, you mean, has Mercury gone retrograde? It will pretty soon tonight in Sagittarius, right? But I'll do a video on that as well. That's talking about how some of us might be feeling like, you know, it's in regards to goals and getting things done. But yes, this Ace of Wands energy is good. This is beginnings, new beginnings, potent energy. It's like a firecracker of something. It's like the new spark of something. It's a growth opportunity. It's an opportunity for growth within something. And it's actually right next to the Chariot card where I placed it in the reading as a clarification. So this is really great for now. But that still doesn't mean that some of you haven't really let go of some resentment that you're still holding on to. You know what I mean? And that could be in regards to someone else who isn't this person that you were being objectified by, or that you were objectifying, or that you both were objectifying each other and you were in a codependency thing. Um, and you were putting value into something that actually was hurting you. Right? Some of you were. Or some of you detached from something that was hurting you. You know what I mean? But whatever that thing was, it was kind of hindering you from your process, your progress, and your process. It was getting in the way. And now all you are is, you know, you're hurting from it. You know, you're hurting from it. And it was getting in the way before. So now you're thinking about it, and you're still allowing it to hurt you more. Right? Whatever this relationship was, because we do have cups here. I was talking about, oh, we don't have cups. Well, we do have cups. We have, you know, a cups card. You know, it's a water card. These hard emotions. Now let's look at a clarifier there. The world. I was talking about it all day. The whole reading. Look. You're giving me Saturn energy, karmic energy, learning lessons, being humble. What's that? I made it to alive. Hey, get it on. Looking fierce. Oh, yes, I got a new haircut today, you guys. Yes, the world card. So this is talking about completion. So this is saying yes. Oh, this is great. I love that. You got the Ten of Swords, and then you got the world completion. But then this is how they look on the spread. These three in this row. It's talking about, oh, the inability to let go of something is something that's hurtful, painful, scornful, the trauma, PTSD. I can't let it go. I can't let it go. I can't let it go. This is saying, okay, you're going to let it go, right? Because you're learning that if you don't let it go, then you'll never be able to get to the pinnacle of having what you want. And then once that happens, it's like, whoa, people are going to be like, you know, we feel you now. We're understanding. We get what's going on now. Oh, bitch, we know who you are now. You're the Mother of Wands. You're the Queen of Wands. Word, bitch. They're going to be saying, yes. He was matching the Chariot card earlier. It was everything. Show her. Oh, you mean like this one? Oh, right. Cancer energy. Yes, y'all. So, yeah. You know, we've got to forgive. We've got to forgive ourselves in those relationships that hurt us. We've got to forgive who we were in those relationships that hurt us. You know, or we have to forgive who we were in those relationships that we allowed ourselves to get hurt in. See what I mean? Yeah. And I forget what somebody posted, but I think it was along the lines of like, when God delivers you from evil, don't keep in touch. Okay. But you guys have a great weekend. We're going to talk about Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius in another video. But if you guys would like to book a reading with us, you can email me at providencetarot.kendrick@gmail.com. That's KENDRICK. Or you can email providencetarotdale@gmail.com. DALE. Right now we're doing a special, which is 20 minutes for $25. You can get in touch with us through those emails that I just gave you. Reader of your choice, one reader. And we'll get back to you, okay? So, yeah. Dale is at Shanti right now. I think he's coming to the end of his shift. I'll be at Shanti this Sunday from 11:30 to 3:30. And, oh, don't be a hater. You're wasting time. So, love you guys. We will be talking with you shortly. Thanks for liking the video, guys.